Boys and girls, Alex here. I'm absolutely besotted by these TSO Power-Loc dogs. At least that's what TSO call them. I just refer to them as TSO Dogs. However, I more affectionately know them as dog clamps, because in previous videos and Lumberjocks articles, I've often showed how normally this might be a jig that I might want to hold down on this table. I don't know whether this will actually fit down or not, but we'll see. And there you have it, yeah. It just makes it, and that's what I will use to lock jigs and plates and bases down on the table. Actually, you'll see me using this. I'll tell you more about this later. However, a lot of my friends or people I've spruiked this item to took them to be one of these type of dogs. They thought that, you know, basically you put them in to a hole, into your dog hole, and push your timber against it to do whatever work you want to do. Well, sorry boys, it's not really designed. Oh, while I'm there, just in case some of you haven't seen this, these are the UJK Path Super Dogs. Basically, they sit down, they've got this collar, they've got these rubber rings, you put them down there, you tighten that knob up, and that's it. It just locks itself into the hole rather than having to get under and screw it down and things like that. Anyway, let's not worry about that. We're not bragging about these, or these, or these. We're trying to help people that have bought these and want to find a different use for them. Now, as I said, a friend of mine, he's bought a number of these thinking they were those type of dogs. Well, you can quite easily convert them into dogs by simply drilling a 20mm hole into a piece of wood, chamfer it, slap it in. Now I'll get onto this, I actually use a drill rather than a hex Allen key. I have one of these, what do you call it, rounded hex bit. It's a 5mm bit. In this drill, it's on the lowest torque setting, it's on 1. Once it starts to ratchet, you'll hear it, it's done. That's as tight as you need it to be. When you undo it by using this, and you'll notice this is beautiful. Look, I'll actually close up with the camera so you'll see what happens. Here we go. Zip, zip. Hang on. Zip, zip. Oh, hang on. Let's get this right. Oh, come on. As you can see, totally pre-orchestrated, choreographed and all that shit. Okay, we undo it. You'll notice at one stage this whole thing will start to spin. There you go, you can see it spinning around. Then it's ready to be pulled out. It's as simple as that. It's done. Now, the other thing about this is if you have thicker pieces of bench, all you have to do is countersink that further. And this will then, because that is the extent, or sorry, from there to there is a depth, the double depth you can go. And that is the only travel. So you can do something as little as that or as big as that. In between, no go. So you can adjust the depth by countersinking this further. You can compensate for thicker things. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to try and help me buddies out. As I said, this can be done like that. Do it or put it on. And that works great as a single block dog. However, if you want to have double dogs, duplicate dogs side by side, the chances of you drilling that hole perfectly in the middle, so it's offset from the center to either, like if you've got two dogs, to any side, is hard. Look, you've got to be very precise to make it exact, and that becomes an issue. And if you don't make it exact, you lose the whole concept of the configuration of this MFT style table. What I've done to try and overcome that is, let's get rid of this, I've laser cut a couple of circles, a couple of, what would you call them, collars. Now hang on, we'll zoom out because we need, God, you probably haven't been seeing much of what I've been doing, but okay, we'll zoom out again and you'll see what's happening. I've laser cut these collars. They're on the outside, look, we'll go into that in a second. The outside diameter is 30 mil, or is 30 mil. The inside diameter is 20 mil. The whole idea is these fit snugly over the dog and into the hole. And you've now got a nice low profile dog. Or, again, unfortunately, the bench is not thick enough to accept that small thing and lock it down, so I need to use two dogs. However, usually you find the two dogs only amount to 12 mil, which is still a lot narrower than the 19 mil I normally work with. In fact, I can even put in three dogs. That makes it 18 mil, which is still a mil under it. I have also chamfered the top of that, so that lip, again, you'll have to have the dog to know what I'm talking about, fits under the top level of the collar. Now, putting the other one in, hang on, come on, let's park this, park it, there you are, put it in, and voila. Now, theoretically, because that's 30 mil exactly, that is always 15 mil offset from the centre of that hole. If you use one of these, depending on which way you've got it oriented, you could be different offset, which can be a handy tool. You can actually use one as half an inch, the other side an inch, so you can actually use that as a measure, a length guide or whatever. But this I prefer. Now, the beauty of this is, as I said, what I have done, because this is out of MDF is subject to humidity and can potentially change or whatever. However, what I've done is I've made heaps of dogs, and we'll bring them into play. And theoretically, if they start to swell with humidity, they'll all suffer the same degree of distortion, so theoretically everything should be in place. Now, the beauty of these are, though, again, look, they're not quite as quick as putting in one of those dogs, but they're certainly a hell of a lot quicker than putting in clamps and other ways of securing dogs. Because these dogs, put that in there, you'll notice it still has a bit of movement. You can see that top move. That doesn't move. That's the same thing with this too. This one, once you lock it in, it doesn't move. But again, we're not here. Even that small dog, I think. Yeah, there you go. It has just got that slight bit of movement. These bloody things don't move. I put two in, put 2 more in here, hang on. If you twist the right way, if you twist them clockwise, that will automatically, if you have it down there so you can't put it down, if you twist clockwise, it seems to park that under there and you can drop it down. Okay, do it up. As I said, the low torque setting, and it's done. And then the beauty of it is, here we go, something that I know is perfectly 90 degrees because it's off, well, theoretically, it's not Chinese made, so it should be right. There you are. Against those 2 dogs, well, actually, let's be 100% sure. As you can see, they are, with the drill, they are really easy to change. Flush against that, and that's perfect 90 degrees there. Hey, what more can I say? I think now I have covered, I actually tried this video before and I fucked it up. Oh, sorry. Oh no, I'm allowed to. At Lumberjocks, it's family friendly and I can't swear on that. At least here I can, or at least at the moment I can, and still get away with it. Yeah, oh sorry, one of the things I didn't mention is I made these out of MDF. Whoop, where is it? Let's grab one. And made a whole swag out of MDF. But because MDF is subject to humidity, I have made a number out of Perspex. Same dimensions, same thing. If you get out your little trusty caliper, let's be realistic and put it onto milled, 0 it. Now let's just hope it doesn't prove me wrong. Yep. Oh, well, there you are. It has proved me wrong. That's 29.9. Is it zeroed? No, it's not. Let's 0 it properly. Oh, what's happening? Again, it's not maintaining the 0. 29.93. Look, I'm sorry, but 0.07 is well within my tolerances anyway. But what I have done is on the Perspex, I've actually lasered on there. You mightn't be able to see it. In fact, I'm sure you won't be able to see it. Will that help? I know. I've actually lasered on there. I don't know whether you can see that or not. The outside diameter of the ring and the inside diameter, which is for laser cutting, which this is 30.3 mil. That 3 mil is taken up by the kerf of the laser, and the inside circle is 19.8 mil, which again compensates for the kerf of the laser. So there you have it. And this way, at least with these little gizmo, as you can see, that's actually quite tight. It hasn't been chamfered, so, and it is. Actually, I do tell a lie. These circles were cut with greater tolerance than these. These were my first cut. They're actually about a 1 mil larger inner diameter. That's why they slip on much easier than these. These ones now have trouble getting past that rubber collar because of the tight tolerances. But as you can see, this will not be affected by humidity, or if you accidentally happen to spill your wine on your table, you'll cuss for spilling the wine, but you won't be cussing because it expands the collar. So there you have it, boys and girls. Hopefully that might help you. Oh yeah, one of the things I'd like to add. Somewhere in the links I'll have, in the description. Hang on, how much can you see here? I'll have a link to files like PDFs, measurements, SketchUp. No, I don't think I'll have, there's no SketchUp for this. But PDFs with the measurements, which you can then take down to your local laser cutter. And again, usually it's the setup and design that costs a fortune. The physical cutting, if you supply the material, is bugger all. You know, you'll probably spend more money in petrol driving to the laser place than what they'll charge you for cutting it, I believe. I don't know, don't quote me. That's for you guys in Yankee Land or anywhere else that separates you from me by water. If you happen to live in Australia, the only thing that often separates us is Australia Post, which is nearly as bad as bloody water. But drop me a email or whatever at what am I calling myself at? Alex Puzzles at AussieBB, that's AUSSIEBB.com.au, and Alex Puzzles as in Alex, which is me, and puzzles as the stupid puzzles I make, and we might be able to organise something. I don't charge for, I don't make a profit, I should say, on this. For Perspex, you're going to be charged. There's bug all because I don't have heaps of Perspex scrap. MDF, I've got heaps of MDF scrap, so that's not a problem. But you will definitely be charged for bloody postage because I'm not subsidising $1 million wages for bloody Aussie Post CEOs. And there you have it. So that's it, boys and girls. Uru and keep safe.